In this video, we're going to take a look at a feature of Word called cover pages. And cover pages are on the Insert tab. Let's go over here to Insert, and it's the very first item on the ribbon. And if you click on the down arrow, you'll see a bunch of pre-formatted cover pages. A lot of these are probably a little bit more than you might want in a cover page. They've got quite a bit of stuff on them. They're kind of elaborate. But we've got a handful of them here. I don't know, maybe 15 or so. And you can pick one and it'll automatically insert it at the top of your document, even if you're not currently at the top of your document. Now, the one I like the best out of these is this one. It's called Sideline, and it's basically the plainest one there. And if you click on it, it will insert it into your document. And when it inserts into your document, it inserts a bunch of placeholders as well. Now, this document was downloaded from Project Gutenberg, and the title was already assigned for it, and so it found the title and put it in here, and apparently it also found a subtitle as well. The author was also listed, and we can put in the date. So every time you do a cover page like this, you get a template, and you get a bunch of these placeholders here. The placeholders are indicated by square brackets. And when you pause the mouse over it, the whole thing turns gray. So this is a placeholder. It's meant to be replaced by whatever your information is. If I go down here and click on Alice in Wonderland, I see that this is the title placeholder. If I go down here and click on the Millennium Fulcrum Edition, I see that that's the subtitle. Okay, now we don't need a company name here. There's two ways I can get rid of this. One is I can just select it like that and hit delete. If I do, it gets rid of that part, but it doesn't actually get rid of the entire placeholder. If I want to get rid of the entire placeholder, just click on the little gray box with the three dots up here, and when you've got it selected, it'll turn a darker gray, and then you can hit the delete key, and the entire placeholder goes away. And of course, if you want to change something that may have already been put there by default by Word, such as the title, you can go in, this is ordinary text, you can type on top of it. If you look carefully, you'll see that what we've got here is a table. You see this little four-headed arrow up here is an indicator of a table. The dotted lines indicating the outlines of the cells indicate we've got a table. And the little pointy things with 4 points coming out of them here, I have no idea what they're called, but those show up whenever you're doing a table in Word as well. So if you want to change this, it's the same. It's just ordinary text. You can go in here, and if you want to change the color, the font, the style, anything you want to, it's just ordinary text. So if you don't like the formatting that comes with it, it's real easy to change. Down here a little bit lower, we've got the author. This is where you would put your name most of the time, I assume. We've also got a placeholder for the date, and it's got a little down arrow next to it. And I'm doing this on the 25th of October in 2019, and so that date comes up, and I can click on it, and it'll insert the date for me. And again, if you don't want the date, you can just click here and hit the delete key, and it'll go away. Now, let's take a look down at the bottom of this page here. I'm going to double click way down below, and if I get down far enough, like in the bottom inch usually, I get into the footer. And this is labeled the first page footer, and if I go up to the top here, I should see a label that says first page header. So whatever I put here will only appear on the first page of my document. And normally on a title page, you probably don't want a header or footer at all, so you can just leave that blank. And if I go down here and I put in some information, then that is the header for the document. And if I scroll down a little bit further to my second page, it shows up there, and it's going to show up through my entire document. But it will not show up in the first page header because that one is separate. Okay. And the other thing that I kind of like about this is I'm going to tab over here, and we've got some default tab stops. There's a center tab stop at 3 1/4, and it's kind of hidden behind the margin marker, but there's a right tab stop over here at the 6.5 inch mark. If I grab that, I can slide it out a little bit so there you can see where it is, and I'm going to put it back right up on the border. So if I go in here and I tell Word that I want page numbers, let's go up here and choose page number, and we'll do current position, and we'll just do plain number. That is page number 1. And again, if I go back up and look here, there is nothing up here on the title page or the cover page. So Word is now smart enough. It wasn't always this smart, but it's now smart enough to know that this is page 1 of your document, not page 2, and the cover page doesn't really count. So if you put page numbers in here starting below your cover page, then it will apply to everything from that point on in your document. Just don't put it on your cover page, because if you do, it'll only show up on that one page. So that's how cover pages work. And if you put a cover page in, you say, well, I didn't really want that cover page, you can always go back to the Insert tab up here and go to cover page. And the bottom option down here is you can remove the cover page. And I'm going to do that right now. And now we're back to our original document.